Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please turn your attention to the center court as we celebrate the life of St. Thomas University alum and Bobcat basketball player Antoine Joe. Antoine Joe Jr. was born on March 9, 1997, and was the oldest of 6 siblings. He was called home on August 19, 2023. Antoine attended Miami Park Elementary, Horace Mann Middle School, and graduated from Archer High School. He later attended St. Thomas University, graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree. Antoine could be described in many different aspects, but loving, respectful, humble, and kind-hearted would be the adjectives to best describe him. Antoine was a leader on and off the court, and his talent and charisma was unmatched. He poured his heart and soul into the things he loved to do and positively impacted the lives of the people he encountered. Antoine was a 4-year member of the basketball team at St. Thomas University. Starting on the developmental team, his work ethic moved him up to the varsity level. He was beloved by his coaches and teammates. And at this time, I'd like to thank his mom, Miss Napier, and his entire family for allowing us to experience him and know that his legacy will live forever. At this time, I'd like to introduce the president of St. Thomas University, David Armstrong.
Thank you. Should be on. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So good to see all our students out here tonight, supporting one of their own, Antoine Joe, STU alum. Antoine and I actually came in the same year together. We came in 2018, and that was my first year as president here at St. Thomas University. And he was just a phenomenal young man who loved being at St. Thomas University and loved being on this basketball team. It was everything to him, and he represented his family so well as a student athlete here at St. Thomas University. And tragically, sadly, he was a victim of senseless gun violence this past summer. And so tonight, we have a couple dignitaries that are going to speak, and then I want to make sure that you give a lot of love and prayers to the family of Antoine Joe, one of our own. And so first up, we have our wonderful friend of St. Thomas University, former mayor of Miami Gardens, currently the chairman of the Miami-Dade County Board of Commissioners, Mr. Oliver Gilbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Listen, this is so important. It's important for a couple of reasons. It's important that we always remember who he was and celebrate his life, because as long as we remember, as long as we make sure you all know that he was a young man from this community, who loved this community, who loved this school, who loved being a part of this team, who had goodness and love in his heart, as long as that memory stays alive, in some ways he's alive. But it's also important because we have an opportunity to do something. There's a lot of things in this country, there's a lot of things in this world that kill people, that we can't stop, that we need science for, we need medicals for, we need miracles for. But to stop gun violence, we just need each other. We just have to be resolute in the determination that it's unacceptable. That's not how we resolve our differences. That's not what we do when we get angry. We can decide that. We can decide about gun laws. We can decide about how we reconcile differences that we have with each other. There's never a reason to pick up a gun. Because, but for that gun, this young man, that wonderful young man, he'd still be with us. We can decide that in those two ways. If we just remember those two things, we honor him. Thank you for including me in this, and thank you all. Thank you all for loaning this university a wonderful young man. Thank you for loaning this team a wonderful young man.
Thank you, Chairman. And next up, we have a very special guest that is here tonight. The namesake of our St. Thomas University College of Law, and I call him the #1 attorney in the country, and now he's telling me he's got a trip to Africa, he's going to be the #1 attorney in the world, Attorney Benjamin L. Crump.
Thank you so much, President Armstrong, and thank you to the St. Thomas family for doing this special recognition. Thank you to the great leadership of Commissioner Gilbert. As I've just got to meet Daisy and Will and T and Ashley and some of the other family members of Antoine Joe, my heart is heavy because he left us far too soon. But as I talked with Trayvon Martin's mother and so many others, Daisy, it is so important that we always celebrate his life. Even though he left us tragically, we will celebrate his life because it's now our obligation to define his legacy, not just your family, but the St. Thomas family, his teammates on the basketball team, his teammates on the football team, the people who knew him best. We will define the legacy of Antoine Joe. Nobody else will define his legacy. We at least owe him that to make sure the people who knew him best will be able to tell the world who he was. And David, I want you to know from everything that I've come to learn about him, Antoine Joe wasn't an average Joe. He was a special Joe. And we got to let the world know that he wasn't an average Joe. Will y'all help us? We're going to let the world know that he wasn't an average Joe, that he was a special Joe. Y'all stand up and let his family know that we're going to help. We will celebrate his life by not only defining his legacy, defending his legacy, but we will celebrate his legacy by letting everybody know he wasn't an average Joe. Let's let everybody know he wasn't an average Joe. Y'all come with me. Let everybody know he wasn't an average Joe. Let's let everybody know he wasn't an average Joe. Let's let everybody know he wasn't an average Joe. David, he was a special Joe.
Thank you, Attorney General. And next, we have Amon Ellington, former teammate, with a special presentation.
Yeah, so I'll be quick. I played with Twan back in 2020, 2019, and the thing with him is he just brought an energy that was like unmatched. Like every day, on and off the court, like his energy was just so different that it brought everybody up around him. So if nobody ever knew him, the one thing I do want people to know is that he was a great person, so loving and caring, but his energy was just crazy, and he was one of the guys you always wanted to be around. So, I miss him. I know a lot of people miss him, but we'll forever remember his, legacy.
Thank you, Anna. So with that, we'll take, if we can get some pictures here with the family and a special presentation of his jersey.